Hi, it's Lucy here, and today I'm going to create some Christmas cards using this holiday spirit collection from Uniquely Creative. It's just become available as of the 5th of September for anyone to purchase it, and once they're gone, there's no replacing them, so I want to show you the kits as early as I can each month so you don't miss out if you love them. But all my card designs can be recreated with different papers and items too, so if you don't want to purchase it, you can always look in your stash. And if you do want to purchase it or any of the items I used today, the links to everything is in the description below this video. So here's some of the cards that I made previously. There's just 4 of those, and then I think I'm making 6 today on camera. So nice and easy ones. These are some Slimline cards that I've created, and I don't often create slimline ones, but it's really fun to create every now and then. I've also made a happy birthday card to show that you can use this kit for other occasions as well. So let's get right into the Christmas spirit and start creating. First, I'm going to die cut rectangles out of some of the pocket pack papers. These are thicker paper. I think they're for scrapbooking albums, but I love them. And although they're not the exact same size as my cards, I can just die cut them to fit. If you don't have rectangle dies, you can use your trimmer. They don't need to be a certain size. It's just nice if the borders are all equal. And I'll just cut up all of these items that are a bit smaller as well. This is called a cut apart sheet, and of course you can cut apart any of these items. You can just cut them all out. But if you have the dies like I do here, I can do a few of them at once and pop them through my die cutting machine. I'll do that a couple of times with a few of these tags and things, and that way I've got lots of embellishments to play with when it comes time to creating lots of cards in one go. So I'm just going to pop it through my Sizzix die cutting machine. It's the electronic one, and geez, I love this machine. It's just been so much easier. I do have a link to it below on the Sizzix website and also on the scrapbook.com website if you're interested. So this first card took just minutes. I roughly cut this piece of paper to larger than the card to then decide whether to die cut it, but I really loved how it looked with the white card, so I decided to cut it on the diagonal. I had to cut it this way as it has wording which would look odd if it was on a diagonal. And that little slither of paper has given me another idea for a card, so I'll use that coming up too. I love a little silver with lilac, so I'll cut a slither of the silver card to use as a buffer between the white and lilac paper. I didn't leave a lot of white space, so I'm going to add the silver strip on top of the lilac paper instead of next to it like I usually would. I'll give these little banners a white border, and I've already fussy cut a flower cluster out, so I'll add some foam tape and then silver pearls to finish it off. So simple, but I really like how it looks. The pearls are adhesive, but I want to make sure they're glued securely as I don't know who's receiving this card and whether they'll have small children that might want a closer look as they're so pretty. They might want to try to take them off. Speaking of pretty things, I'm wondering if any of you noticed I have jewelry on today. Usually I just wear my wedding and engagement rings, but a jeweler's from New York called Anna Louisa reached out to me and I was quite excited. I got to choose and I picked these 2 gorgeous bracelets. I don't usually wear bracelets and I'm loving it. I think I'll be wearing them often. They've been really generous and given me a code for you guys to receive 20% off when you use my code in the description box below too. So there's a link to their store if you're interested as well. This one has little diamantes in a couple of the links on there and they're just so pretty. I really like how they look together too. What do you think? This card is very self-explanatory, so while I'm putting the card together, I can just mention a little bit about the jewelry. Anna Louisa backs their products with a 2-year warranty and they test the products against tarnishing, allergies, damage and breakage. But if you're not totally satisfied, they'll send you a replacement or reimbursement, no questions asked, which I think is fantastic. And if you're in the US, they also offer free and fast shipping. They do ship worldwide at an affordable price too. They're good for the planet too. They're carbon neutral and climate neutral certified, offsetting 100% of their carbon footprint. So I just thought this was a great idea to get their name out there. I receive a couple of gorgeous bracelets, and if any of you are interested in jewelry, there's a link and you receive 20% off. They might make a lovely Christmas gift too. So I hope you liked that card that I just made. I thought that it was more suitable for like boys in the family as well. And so it's always nice to have one of those little trucks occasionally in one of the cards. I think they're really cute. So this next card was really easy. You can use any papers that you might have in your stash already. It's a busy, beautiful floral print, so we don't need to add too much to the card or it could look overwhelming and overdone. Do you ever create a really quick card that you love, but you think, oh, that came together too fast. I feel like I should do more. But sometimes they're just perfect as they are and should just be left alone. So I'm just adding some white borders again so that they stand out a little bit more against the background paper. And another couple of fussy cut flowers and leaves. And then that's it for this card. But I think it's really pretty. Sometimes you just don't need to do an awful lot. Oh, and this is the last chance for the winner of the Uniquely Creative $50 voucher to get in contact with me. I have tried to contact them, and in the next video I'll be drawing a new winner if I haven't heard from them. So hopefully you're all subscribed to me to check it out, and maybe there'll be a new winner. And then this card is finished. Super simple, very nice. Now this one is where I got that idea when I cut off the diagonal strip, and I thought, I could make a card with all diagonal strips. So here I am just cutting off some of the offcuts really on this big 12 by 12 paper. And I don't use all of them, but at least this is giving me options. I prefer in the end the paler ones, but anyway, you'll see as I go along. I do sort of keep it in where I started off and decide that the purple is just too contrasting. So this is one of my favorite cards actually in the end. So I think that's pretty cool when you just come up with an idea and you think, So I've just cut a piece of white card that is a bit bigger than what I'll be needing so that I can die cut this once I've glued everything down. But I'm just popping them all down, making sure that one isn't next to the other, that's the same. The one with the writing needs to be up the correct way. And so it's just a matter of playing around with them. But as you'll see, did you think that purple one was too much? It's just a case of playing around with them. But yeah, I love how it turns out in the end. And I think I'll make a few more of these in the future too, with some different designs on the front of them, and just use this as the background. So I decided to start gluing from the center first because I felt like that would ensure that I've got enough room to go all the way across and keep it in line with what I've decided which should go where. So as I mentioned, I'll die cut it out, but you can just cut it out with your trimmer as well. I'll try lots of different things on top, all the different embellishments until I'm happy with them. And I feel like the background papers seem very lacy to me. So I decided to add one of those gorgeous lace doilies, which I absolutely love and I can't get enough of. You would have seen them in my previous videos as well. They're also from Uniquely Creative. They are part of this kit as well. You can just buy the paper packs, and you can buy a card making kit as well in these papers, just in case you're interested. And I do have the links below. But aren't these Christmas papers, they're unbelievably beautiful. I love the non-traditional colours and the Merry Christmas die I will use so often. I've only used it once on the cards that I make today, but I have used it on the other cards that I showed previously. And I'll show all the cards again at the end of this video. So here's this finished card, and I think it turned out so pretty, do you think? This one was super easy as well. I love to show you easy designs that you can use any papers for. This one, the polka dot paper, I've just put behind. I have die cut it so that it's a little bit smaller than the card. And then I'm going to use that one little piece and the banners, and I'll just choose which looks best. And as soon as I put the flowers down, I know that they're my favorite on this card. They just, I think because of the circle with all the leafy elements to it, they just go really nicely together. So I'm just going to put a little bit of foam tape on them, and also that longer banner as well. And then this card is done. So pretty. So easy. The sixth card is yet another simple card with only a few elements again. I've die cut the background paper, and I like how this Christmas sentiment looks, so I'll die cut the shadow in white and the sentiment in purple. I'll try this bell and ornament floral embellishment with the card, and I love it. I fussy cut the white border from it. This is what it did look like. I then used my pen to round the bells and bauble, and this gives them a great rounded look. Have you tried this before? I have a fussy cutting video tutorial I'm in the middle of at the moment, so I'll be showing some tips and tricks with these type of items. So please click the notifications bell on my channel if you want to be notified when it's posted on YouTube. I make 2 lovely cards on there as well. I hope I don't sound conceited about how I love the cards that I make. It's the papers really that make them so beautiful. I just piece them together. So I'm just going to add some silver pearls to this one as well. And just like that, it's done. And I just think that the papers just make it so pretty and so easy. So now I have 2 slimline cards that I'm going to do, and they're a little bit more complicated really. But I'll try to get through them as quickly as possible. So I've used this slimline die, and it's exactly the same size as the Uniquely Creative slimline cards. And what I'm going to do is use the negatives and positives of both of the 2 papers that I'll use for backgrounds and the circles that are cut out. And so I'll make this card with that beautiful check paper. And then I'll play around with lots of embellishments to see what I like. What I might do, because this is all just playing around with it, is I might stop talking. It's been probably a lot of talking for you today on this video. And I'll come back shortly with some more chat when I feel like I have something to input. So this card is almost finished. I'm just going to finish it off with some pops of colour. It's a new one for me. I haven't tried this before, but it was a freebie from scrapbook.com when I purchased some items from them last time. So it comes out very smoothly, very good. I liked it actually. And I really like the colour with these papers. It looks really nice. So to get a really rounded sort of feel on the dots while they're still in liquid form, I tend to just pop something underneath them and give the card a whack so that it gives them a nice perfectly rounded shape. This last card ends up nothing like this in the end. I'm going to mount the squares onto white card. I can use them on another card as I only use one on this card. Would you be interested in seeing more cards with this paper collection? If so, please let me know, as I'm more than happy to continue making lots of Christmas cards, and especially with these papers. I recently purchased this new corner punch where it has 3 different corners to it, and so I decided I might want to try this out on my card, but the card base is too thick. It won't actually go through all of that. So instead I'm going to punch some white card in the corner, and then I can just cut around that and use it as a template. And the bottom parts of the card base will be fine because you can do them individually. It's just where the fold is, where it's 2 pieces. It was just too much. But this is a great solution. This works well. So I'm just going to finish this card off with some brown rhinestones. So I hope you've enjoyed all of these cards. I'm about to show them all again now, and hopefully they've given you some ideas. Do you have a favorite one of the cards? I always love to hear if somebody's got a favorite, and I do absolutely love it when you say that you love them all. That's really sweet. Thank you for all their lovely comments and sharing my videos with some of your other friends as well. I appreciate that so much because it's really helping my channel to grow. Don't forget all the links to everything I've used below, and including the jewelry as well. If you're interested, there's the link to that below as well with the 20% discount code. I'd so appreciate you giving this video a thumbs up if you liked it as well. It really helps YouTube to know to share it to more crafters. I'd love it if you subscribed if you haven't already to my channel, and click the notifications bell so that you can be notified whenever I add a new video. And I will be hopefully adding one over the weekend. And you'll find the links below to this gorgeous collection as well, where you can buy everything separately or as a big bundle. So thanks again for watching, and happy crafting, and bye for now.